Good afternoon, everybody. It's 5th of April 2016, Tuesday afternoon. It's me again, Ernie, or BLU-ERNIE'S some of my mates. I'm here again with another update on a pile of films I've just picked up recently. Some are old, the odd new one or newish one, and to see how everyone is. So we're going to start off with Blu Ray number 1. I picked this up in Poundland for £1, daft as it is. It never got a cinema release over here. I don't even think it made a lot of money. I only seen the trailer by pure accident on YouTube, starring Rhys Ifans, Vanessa Redgrave, Jolie Richardson, David Thewlis, Xavier Samuel and Derek Jacobi. So a big British cast, and it's a Roland Emmerich film. His new film, Independence Day 2, or Resurgence, whatever they're calling it, comes out in June, July this year. This one is all about William Shakespeare and the courts in England in the time of his when he was a big playwright. We're talking about Anonymous, and obviously Rhys Ifans plays Shakespeare, and apparently it's supposed to be very good. The trailer looks alright. I don't know anything about it or anything. I'm not seeing it. As I said, never heard of it till a couple of weeks back, and I thought, oh, well, £1, what can I do? I'll give it a go. Secondly, exploitation of the 2000 eras, as in that last few years. This started off as a trailer on the Grindhouse films by Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino, which I will, of course, talk about the legendary Rutger Hauer. He is a hobo with a shotgun. There you go. Full surround sound, DTS master audio. Is it? Yeah, it's 5.1 master audio. It's everything. Rutger Hauer plays an old guy who's homeless, a dosser, basically, a tramp living on the streets. Probably ex-army, I'm not sure of everything, but this town's been overrun with drugs and all sorts of rubbish. And of course, he takes his trusty shotgun out, and hence the title. Bit of no-brainer, few beers, stick it on. An hour and a half later, you either love it or you hate it. I'll give it a go. Now, this film came out in 1983 after it's basically a young adults prison drama. In the 70s, we had Scum, which was fantastic, one of the best British films about prison life made. Well, young offenders, Ray Winston, everyone's in that. And in 1983, the Americans, they haven't exactly remade it, but they've took the idea and they've made this film. It starred a very young, pre-Hollywood Sean Penn and Rennie Santoni, who was also the partner of Clint Eastwood in Dirty Harry 1. Yeah, that's a bit of trivia for you. We are, of course, talking about Bad Boys. Not the Will Smith, Martin Lawrence film, but the original Bad Boys. I went to the cinema to see this in the early 80s, and I actually really enjoyed it. It's also got, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was the sadistic guard in Shawshank Redemption. Clancy Brown, that's the guy, and he was the mad one in Highlander. He plays a young offender in this as well. Now, this is very similar to Scum. It's a very good film. It's very hard to find. It's only on DVD in the UK. I picked this up, Region 1, from a company called Music Magpie Strokes Overstocks on Amazon, and it only cost me £3. It's brutal, it's violent, it's a good old classic. If you like a good old prison thing, this is well worth getting. Sean Penn, Bad Boys. Next up, the best film of 2014 stroke early 2015. Keanu Reeves was back. He's doing a sequel at the moment. He's filming it. It's going to be out soon. Well, Valentine's Day 2017. That's the slated time. Knowing the company, it'll come out earlier. We're talking about, of course, the brilliant, fantastic John Wick. Oh, wow. What a, pardon my French, but what a fucking action film. You want action by the bucket load? This bad boy will give you loads of it. Without giving, in the trailer, you'll see the main plot. He's basically retired hitman and he has to come back. The reason why, I won't tell you. But if you like guns, you like action, you like pure, full-on, wow, in-your-face blood and violence and all sorts of shit, this is absolutely 10 out of 10, bona fide, brilliant. The sequel hopefully is going to be as good as this, but you never know. And Keanu Reeves knows how to do action, and this is great. John Wick is amazing. I picked that up from Amazon as well. Good deal. Next up, from Overstock's stroke Music Magpie. I've been after this trilogy for a long time. I don't want to pay silly prices. I'm not daft. I'm not paying full whack. You can get the box set and everything. Now, I've seen the extended cinema, the extended long versions, but I'm not bothered. I have the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, and of course we're talking about the Hobbit trilogy. I picked these up, all three, for less than £8. They're all what they call reconditioned second-hand, but it doesn't matter. You get full warranty with them. The first one, The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, it's actually prequels to The Lord of the Rings about Bilbo Baggins and how he became to have the ring in his possession before giving it to Frodo in The Lord of the Rings to mind. So it's all about his journey, an unexpected journey. And I paid 25 pence for that, plus £1.25 postage from Amazon. Bargain, absolute bargain. It's nearly 3 hours long. It's a good old film. I enjoyed it. It's as good as Lord of the Rings set because you go on a journey and it's really, really good fun. That was 25p. Then I picked up The Desolation of Smaug for £2.50. The newer they are, the higher the price. So that was like plus postage and packaging from the same company. And again, this is the second part of the journey of The Hobbit. Without giving too much about, Smaug is basically a huge dragon, but it's a really good film. Big cast is in this, huge cast. Some of the Lord of the Rings cast are in it, and a lot of the new ones in it. So that was good. My dearest one cost me £5 because it only came out last year. It was The Battle of the Five Armies, which is the third one. And again, good end to a good trilogy, and it leads you nicely going into the Lord of the Rings. Really good set. So altogether I paid less than £8 for the lot, plus postage. So I'm happy with all them. Like, they're my bargains. This is me big one. I've seen this. Quick story, in 1985, I was about 21, 22. I used to take my sisters and a couple of neighbours' kids every Saturday morning to the ABC Deansgate in Manchester, England, which is now a Witherspoon's pub called the Moon Under the Water. I used to take them to the matinees every Saturday morning, and they had this as a matinee before it got proper released all over the place. Richard Donner directed it, the one who did Lethal Weapon, Superman films, and all them stuff. It's a Spielberg-produced film and written by Christopher Columbus. Big cast for its time. Corey Feldman's in it, Corey Haim's in it, Josh Brolin when he was young is in it, as is Short Round from Indiana Jones films. We're talking about the classic, brilliant, The Goonies. Yay, The Goonies. Love The Goonies. Absolutely love them. This has been sealed and shrink wrapped and everything. It started to, this is the 30th anniversary. It came out a few years ago and it was nothing on it, just a film. This has got, I've not opened it yet, but I know what's inside because I've looked on the internet. You get a magazine from Empire, 20th anniversary of the Goonies. You get a Goonies magazine as well, all about the Goonies themselves, comic. You get postcards, you get a storyboard game, everything, and you get the Blu Ray film. And in England, it's uncut because there was a couple of scenes in it that seemed a bit too strong in the old 80s for kids. So they've reinstated all these lot. It's full surround and it's 5.1 True HD, Dolby Digital, 1080p picture. And who doesn't love The Goonies? It is great. It's like a kid's version of Indiana Jones meets Pirates of the Caribbean before they were all made. And it's a good old action, fantastic. And the people who are the Fratellis, who are the baddies, oh, brilliant. Joe Pantoliano, who was also Guido, the killer pimp in Risky Business, is fantastic in this. Absolutely brilliant. It's so funny. I love The Goonies. So there you go. There's my pickups. Not bad for a set, that. Quite enjoyed them. They were what I've got in the last month. Hopefully I get some more coming up soon. I'm going to do some more videos on other stuff. If people want me to talk about any sort of films that I've grown up with and stuff like that, I will do. You know, like I did an exploitation video the other month. I enjoyed doing that. I'm going to do some more. I'm going to try to do one a week if I can, but it's getting the time because I'm a full-time carer and I don't get much time. The only time I get to do these is when my other half's having a siesta because he's not very well. So, and he's having a siesta now. So I'm doing my little video. So everybody have a great rest of April. We're in April now. Have the great rest of April. I'll try and get another video out soon. Enjoy whatever you're doing today and the next week coming up. I'll see you all soon. Take care from good Blue Ernie. Ta-ra.